Now let's move to the second part of the training, how to review the predictions from the Wildlife Insights machine learning model, which I'll refer to as the AI model. After you've successfully uploaded images into Wildlife Insights, you can review the results of the AI model at any time. Go to your project page and locate the Identify tab. You'll see a red oval with a number inside. This number lets you quickly see how many images are left to review. Click on Identify to enter the reviewing workspace. In this space, you'll see thumbnails of each image. On the top right-hand corner of each thumbnail, you'll see a gold marker. This indicates that the image has successfully passed through the AI model. There are many filters that you can use to make the review process more efficient. You can use filters for subprojects, deployments, species. This filter shows all of the IDs that are tagged in the project. Status. This filter lets you separate images with objects versus blank images. This is a great first step if you want to remove all blank images first. The Photos filter lets you filter for highlighted or flagged images. Moving to the right, you'll see an option to organize images by date taken or upload date. The Bursts option lets you group images based on time taken, so you can move through the review process quickly. We'll cover more on bursts later. Let's first start by reviewing a single image. Open any image by clicking on a thumbnail. A light box will open and you'll see a larger preview of the image on the left-hand side. On the right, you'll see information that tells you the author of the ID, in this case, the AI model, the identification date, the species or object name, and the confidence of the prediction. Recall that you can choose to view identifications by common name or scientific name by going to your account settings. You'll also see a few actions that you can take. If you agree with the identification, you can click the Accept Suggestion button. If the image is blank, click on the Mark as Blank button. If you'd like to edit the identification, click on the Edit Identification button. This will open a new screen that allows you to search for the species or object. To add multiple animals or objects to the identification, click on the Add Animal button. You can also add more details to an identification, like relative age, sex, behavior, or whether the individual has markings, by clicking on the circular button below the species name. All of this information will be available to you when you download the data. After you're done editing the information, click on the Save button. Below the ID, you'll also see information on bounding boxes. Bounding boxes detect if there are objects in the image or not. At the moment, the bounding boxes do not correspond with the species ID that the model predicts, but you can help us improve the AI model by responding to the question that shows here. Does every animal have a bounding box? Select Yes if every animal has a bounding box around it. Select No if not. You can find more information about bounding boxes and potential yes or no scenarios by clicking on Learn More here. Once you select yes or no, the response will save and you can continue to edit the species ID. You can also choose to not view bounding boxes by toggling the boxes on and off here. Below the bounding box section, you'll see a few options. Highlight allows you to favorite an image. You can filter for highlighted photos at any point later on. This is great if you want to use an image for marketing or for promotion around your project. You can download a single image at any point. We also have shortcuts for many common actions, making it very quick to accept IDs, edit IDs, or move through images. There are many features on this page that can help you identify images or quickly reference favorite images. At the top of the lightbox, you'll see a tab to Edit Photo. If the image is too dark, too light, or anything in between, you can use the tools on this page to get a better view. And finally, click on the Metadata tab to see additional information about the image file itself. Here, you can edit the date and time of images within a deployment. Say that you set the wrong date in the camera, or the camera failed for some reason and the timestamp on the image is incorrect. You can edit the timestamp of the image, and the timestamps of all images in that deployment will shift accordingly. Now let's walk through approving a few IDs. Let's say I go through and edit a few IDs and approve a few IDs. You'll see that if I search for a species and I save that ID, when I move to the next image, I'll see the most recent IDs that were made if I search for another species ID. This makes it super quick to tag common species in my project. Now going back to the thumbnail view, there are a few other options to tag images quickly. One is bursts. Bursts let you group images together so you can assign identifications to an entire group of images with just one click. Images are grouped based on the time an image was taken relative to another image. For example, if you want to group all of the images that were taken within 5 seconds of the previous image, enter the number 5 into the burst field. When you're in burst mode, each thumbnail will represent one burst, and the number of images within each burst will be displayed in a red oval in the top right-hand corner of the image. Click on a thumbnail to see the entire burst. A light box will open and will show the first image in the burst. You can toggle through all of the images by clicking on arrows on the bottom of the screen. The second option is to use bulk actions. At times, you may be able to identify what is in an image when you're in thumbnail view. In these cases, you don't even have to leave this main page to identify the image or a set of images. Simply select the images you'd like to identify by using bulk actions listed here, like Ctrl-A to select all, or drag and select. A green bar will pop up at the bottom of the screen and will display the number of photos selected, as well as options to identify or highlight the selected image. To assign an identification to the selected images, click on the white Identify button. A screen will appear where you can search for a species or object, or mark the images as blank. To highlight the selected images, simply click on the star icon. Click on the X to clear your selection. Once you've reviewed images, they'll be moved to the catalog section. You can go back to the summary page and see your progress in the summary stats, or download your data to get the latest results.